It's dangerous. Shearer punches. Is that it? The referee looks at his whistle. Is it going to be cleared? Ben Pringle's there as well. Rotherham still haven't got it away, and now they might. They're going to race through. Here's Agard. Agard's going to go the distance, and Kieran Agard taps the ball home.
Well, here's a chance to seal it. It's done. It's Georgie Kelly. Agard. Ravel. Ambitious, but brilliant. Dagnall to keep this game alive. Saved by Adam Collin. Rotherham have won it with 2 penalty saves from Adam Collin. Craig Morgan prepares to exhibit that trophy that says Rotherham United.
How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel and a very special video. So today's going to be the start of our FM24 project, really. So it's going to be a Rotherham United rebuild. So of those of you who aren't aware, I am a Rotherham United fan, and at the minute we are under a bit of trouble. We don't have many fit or available first teamers. We've got a load of youth coming through. We don't have a lot of money, and we're just getting to the start of the pre-season, and there's a bit of, well, not, I'm gonna say there's a bit of non-enthusiasm for the coming season. Let's say that. We're not predicted to do right well, I don't think. I'd be surprised if we finish in the top half. I think for this season we'll be looking for a mid-table finish. Anything better is absolutely great. Anything worse, and you could probably see where it's gonna come from. So I wanted to take a crack at it. So the manager at the minute is Matt Hamshaw. Great guy. I wish him all the best, and I hope he manages to turn the club around. But we are going to be Mr. Rebuild. You can see us in the bottom left here. Great set of hair on him, and we have been picked up by the board to do a rebuild, really. So we are predicted to finish 13th, and just looking at the things we got, I've updated the, I should have actually started with this. So the mod packs I've got on are the most recent up-to-date player transfers. There's going to be a couple, probably the Rotherham ones that aren't there. I'm hoping the players who are leaving are showing as leaving, or they're out of contract or whatever, so I don't have to somehow try and flog them off to someone for cheap. But we've got all the leagues, like people have come down from Championship are down, people have come up from League 2 are up. I've got a load of leagues set up so that they're playable, so that we can see the players coming through, because I just know there's probably going to be a couple of English players in and around some of the foreign leagues that we may be able to pick up on frees. So I've picked a few of them leagues up, and unfortunately you can't change the date from what I can see. You have to start in 2023, so ignore the 23, we're just going to imagine it's 2025. But as you can see, we've got Dale Tongue as the assistant manager, which is brand new, so that's bang up to date. Still got Rob Scott as director of football, Tony Stewart's chairman, and we've got a transfer budget of 50 grand, which is probably about right, to be honest. There's 115 grand in the wage budget, which is it's not great, but we're gonna have to make do with it. So the board are expecting us this season to finish mid-table. It says last season relegated for Championship, but we didn't. That must be wrong, I'm hoping. I'm sure when I set it up I saw Cardiff win League 1, so it's definitely done the things. This must just not be updated. We're into FA Cup at first round, EFL Cup at first round, and then obviously we've got the EFL trophy. And let's go. So Rotherham United in real life are on the centenary year, so hopefully we can do everyone proud. So here's looking at the team. It says best 11s: Clark Harris, Hugo, Jack Owens, Kelly Powell, McGuckin, James, Raggett, Jules, Rafferty and Dawson. I can probably say most of them are not going to hopefully not be playing. Work within the wage budget, which is just going to have to be done. Grow the club's reputation, which is favourable but not great. So the board wanted to cut the age down, which is what I would like the club to do in real life, because we've got too many old players. I'd rather just look for youth, which I think is what Matt Hamshaw's doing. But we're looking to finish in League One top half at the end of the current season, be competitive in that one, and then hoping next season we can reach the League One playoffs and then continue to just challenge. So we're not expected to get promoted, which is perfect. So let's have a look what else we've got. The supporters liaison officer has provided some more details. So this is what supporters' expectations are. Record the League One finish, be competitive against Sheffield Wednesday if we happen to play against them, be competitive against Sheffield United if we happen to play against them, and finish above Donny. Fair enough. Last of all, schedule a press conference. Yeah, we'll do a press conference, why not? And arrange an inter-squad friendly. We're not going to do that because I don't have enough players, I don't think. Arrange a meeting with backroom staff. Currently we'll do it on weekly, and then when we get into season we might do fortnightly or something. But as you can see, this is the team. So straight away I'm noticing we do have Keane Spence, which is one of the newest signings. Is Ted Cann's in there. So we've actually got the perfect squad. This is everyone. This is the full squad. I mean, this Dempsey Waller, I don't actually recognise him. So I've got a feeling he may be a regen. I don't recognise that name. But yeah, you can just looking at this, you can see how bare bones we are. I mean, we've got 2 goalkeepers. We've got 1 centre half. We've got Zach Jules, who would be the other centre half. I mean, Raggett's injured in real life, so he doesn't look injured. I mean, he's got increased injury risk, needs play time, but yeah, he doesn't look like he's injured from what I can see. So he's going to be available to us straight away, which is good for me. But in real life, I think he's back around September-ish, so it's not a crazy thing. If he was out for the season, I'd probably look to just flog him or something, but we'll keep him. Joe Rafferty, Reece James, Jules Kelly, Powell, McWilliams, Spence, Holmes, loan listed. So numbers wanted by Swansea and McWilliams is wanted by Luton. That's great. Clark Harris, Hugo, and then we've got Coyote. Right, so let's straight away just have a look at the formation we're going to play. So real life, we're looking at the fullback, the wing back, so the 3 at the back or the 5 at the back. I do like the 3 at the back. I do think it suits a League One team. When maybe if we do get promoted, I'd probably switch out of it, because we're going to want to try and defend in a flat back 4, and just hit people on counter. But in League One, what do I want to play? I want to get some crosses in. Like, why not? Let's try this. So we are going to play. That's too deep. We want. I'll pick this, and then I want these 2 just a bit further forward. Do I want wingers? I don't really want wingers, so maybe I do this. This is quite interesting. Yeah, why not? Let's try this, because then what I'm going to do is we'll stick as target man in. So we're going to have Clark Harris in as the target man, and then we're going to play. I kind of want to play. It's not a bad option. A deep line forward on support. I kind of just want to play pressing, but I feel like if I do that, this part of the team is going to be so far up the field, and these lot are just going to be sat on their own. So maybe one of them on the support, and then the other as a presser, because I feel like if I do a pressing forward and I put Nombe on, and then as the deep line, I feel like I need another striker. Well, I'm definitely going to need another striker, but for the time being, we'll stick Jordan Hugill as the deep line forward. Can't imagine that's going to go great well, but we'll try it. I mean, the other option is I do this, and then I take Hugill out, and we put in. I'm going to put Keane Spence in there because I want to play Joe Powell, and I'd like to play McWilliams, but I think Liam Kelly is probably going to be the better option in there. So let's switch them two round, and yeah, I think that's going to be. Let's play on the automatic. We'll switch between, yeah, we'll do that. And then the deep line support, yep. And then we're going to have the wing backs. Both of the wing backs are going to be on support. So let's do that. We're going to have Reece James on the left, Joe Rafferty on the right. And then we need 3 central defenders, and we don't have 3. So we're going to play Zach Jules as the ball playing. Raggett's going to just be the central, and then we need a wide centre back. But I don't want him on. I definitely don't want him on attack. What if I just play another ball playing centre back? I have 2 ball playing centre backs. The actual centre back is just going to sit back. Again, I still need somebody anyway, so we're going to have to do some scouting, but that is pretty much the team. So you can straight away see we've literally got no one. I mean, let's stick in the rest of the players we do have. Can I just I don't think I can just add the rest of them in, can I? Unless I'm missing something. But let's just add these lot in. So straight away we've got 5 players on the bench, and we're missing a centre back. So let's have a look at the inbox, see what we've got. So we're in there. So that's just telling me where type of people are watching the club. Players in the last contract, so all these are out of contract. Before I do that, let me. Where's my under 21s? How do I look at my under 21s? Let's do all players instead, actually, that works. So I'm going to bring Harrison Duncan into the senior squad. He's kind of a bit of a prospect for us at the moment. Is there anyone else? Let's get Hamish Douglas, because he's around the first team. James Clark's around the first team. So I just want to have a look at some of these players. Kane Richardson, we'll have him as well. McGuckin, is he in? Did I see him? Not sure, but we'll move him to senior squad as well. Coyote, Josh Aries is around the first team. I think that's everyone around the first team. I'm maybe missing 1 or 2. I don't know. Yeah, I've picked him up. Did I pick James Clark up? Yep. Yeah, I think that's everyone. I might come back and get somebody else, but let's move back. And so we've got Harrison Duncan now, so we can put another centre back in, and then let's just fill these in here. Ben Hatton, Josh Aries and Reece Wilson. So we do have a team. Not a great team, but it's a team nevertheless. In terms of these, I definitely want to look at renewing Joe Powell. That is a definite renewal. I'm not fussed about really re-signing any of these. Sean McWilliams probably. I'll look at re-signing. Zach Jules the same. Coyote just depends if he gets injured, and the rest of them we'll just leave for the time being. I'll just accept the current vision because I feel like it's quite good. We'll go back to the tactic. So this is our pre-seasons matches. Let's have a look. So we've got Man City. I mean, none of these are actual friendlies in real life, but we'll just keep them, I guess. I mean, Parkgate's always the first one, so I'm glad that's in there. So at least I don't have to do that. So these are the players that are slightly injured, or is that that's the recurring injury. So it does have Ross Burberry in actually, so that's quite good. Yeah, we already know all this. And then let's just have a look at our dynamics and tactics. So we want to focus the player out wide, more direct, high tempo, don't have a time waste. I'm happy with all that. Distribute to flanks. We're going to counter and don't ever roll it out. I'm not sure of that. Well, no, I don't want. I just want that. Ah, so if you have them two, you can't roll. Oh, right, okay. We're gonna bring his line forward. Yeah, I want to trigger press. I'm quite happy with that for the time being. We can always have a look if there's any issues with anything. So here's his team. So we've got Dale Tong, Richard Davies, Andy Warrington, Richard Wood, and Callum Gilmartin. Does Matt Hamshaw exist on this? I'm hoping he does. He does. Can I get him in? I think I've got too many coaching staff, don't I? So he's not interested in going to club, probably because I've just took his job like, but I could have had another coach actually. Yeah, so you can see Cardiff are in, Bradford, Donny, Luton. So all the teams are in there. Wimbledon at the top. So I'm gonna go ahead and scout a few players, get some names up, and we'll look at who we're gonna see if we can sign. See if there's any free agents, see if there's any prospects. I mean, there is one player I'm probably looking at signing, and he's a player who's heavily linked with Rotherham at the minute. That is Drew Yearwood. So we may have a look at picking him up if that's at all a possibility. But other than that, I will come back in a second. Okay, and we're back. So here's the shortlist. So I've got 9 players on there. I'll just quickly show I have set up a couple of recruitment focuses. So we're looking for 15 to 30s. These will be, does it show you what I've picked? So any position from my tactic. A transfer who has a contract expired, so I'm just looking for free agents really. Looking for a player with minimum 2-star, so anything over there, and just the standard. So that's just looking for a free agent, and then we're also looking for a potential loan player to fill any of these positions. Again, 2.5-star to 5-star, and that's just what we're looking for at the moment. So I've been doing a bit of my own digging about, seeing what there is. So the 2 players that I've heard of as being interested in real life are Drew Yearwood and Val Adedokun. So I looked at Drew Yearwood and I looked to see if I could get him. He's still under contract on this game another 1.5 years. So if we want to get him, he's going to be a transfer. So I had I sent them an inquiry and they came back saying they were looking at like 1.5 million or something stupid. So for the moment, Drew Yearwood won't be coming to the team because we just can't afford it. I mean, look at the transfer budget. We've got 0 transfer budget and 0 wage. So I don't even know if it's going to let me even sign a player, but we're gonna certainly give it a go. So the other player is Val Adedokun. So I have just inquired about him. So we got some feedback from the agent. He's extremely interested in joining. He believes a deal of anywhere between 0 and 70k could get the deal done. Brentford don't consider him a long-term future. Will be expected to be given the occasional opportunity, but he'd just play anyway, and he'd only want in 1.1 to 1.5. So this could be a really cheap signing on like a 3 year contract. So I really like this option. I haven't scouted him. I'm kind of just tempted to just go for it and then just use him as my backup if he's really bad. I mean, he can't play wing back, which is also slightly concerning considering I'm not playing a wide left player, but I feel like we could try and convert him. I mean, his tackling is not great. He's generally just going to be somebody who I want to basically get run up and down the left flank, really, and put a bit of legs into the team. Maybe in the second half when we're needing that bit of energy, you can come on, maybe create something for us. So let's go in offer, and we're gonna just see what Brentford would say to 0. So they straight away are looking for more money. Should we go with, let's try, I can't suggest. So can I change this to just a, no, I don't think I can. I don't know, I've just done that. So it's just gone back. I wanted to try and see if I could now just inquire, but it looks like you can't, so it won't let me loan him. Let's try 15. Don't let me do that, so let's just press up to 15. Let's try 15 grand and we'll make an offer and we'll see what happens with him. So for the right hand side, I was looking at getting Katongo from Man City. Again, he's just an out and out right back, so hopefully we could convert him to a right wing back. I want to just make sure some of his like the physical attributes are up there, cause I kind of want pacey wing backs, somebody just players who could just get up and down the pitch. He's wanted by 28 clubs, so some of these won't, I'm hoping they won't go straight in for him on loan, because I want him on loan. I mean, it's saying I want him on transfer, but I think that's because I've added him to my shortlist. But let's ask the agent on him and just say we're keen on signing Jadon Katongo. Would you like to know more about the demands? Extremely curious about moving, so we can't buy him though. Can I switch? I don't know if I've just done that wrong. So I'll just keep him happy. So let's just see if I can go in with a. Can you do a loan? Yeah, you can. So they're expecting 20%, so £600 a week. It's not horrendous. I really should hold on and just wait. Let's see if they'll take 300, 10% suggest. So they're only wanting 20%. They're not wanting anything else. So £600 a week. So that's gonna be £6,000. It's gonna be about 31,200, I think, a year. Let's offer it and we'll see what happens. I do like the look of him. I like the look of him in real life. It looks like a really good up and coming right back. So I'd be happy to get him in team. We've got a few centre-backs on the shortlist. Well, I say few, there's two. We've got Joe Anderson from Sunderland. I am going to definitely hold off on some of these scouts. He's not wanted out by anyone. He is listed for transfer. They're looking for 140 grand for him. There's no way I can pay that, so we're going to hope nobody goes in for him and we could get him on a cheap. Max Deitch, he was also transfer listed. He's been listed for 88,000 with Northampton listing him. I'm just thinking, is he going to be good enough for my team? But when I say that, we've only got two centre backs, so we do need someone. So one of them two probably will be coming in. The next one is Elijah Dixon Bonner. There's a few teams interested in him, and I believe he was he listed for loan? No, he's listed for transfer. 74 grand again. I can't really afford him. I need somebody to just sell. Maybe somebody comes in and buys Johnston Clark Harris, but I'll probably be looking at this Dixon Bonner. Just I like that he's young. He plays two positions that I will probably be using, and I just like his the ranges of his attributes. He looks like quite a energetic player, and he may be an option for us. And then I've put in 3 strikers. So we've gone for Macaulay Langstaff, who I don't think played much for Millwall this past season. It looks like Millwall on here are already looking at shifting him out. We've listed for transfer, but he can do a job in League One, definitely. I mean, crazy in National League, but I'm sure he could do a job in League One. So I'd definitely take him. He'd be a great signing, I think, and probably would be our marquee signing of the window if we can manage to get him. But on the off chance we can't, at the minute I'm looking at this Tyrese Simpson, again listed by Stevenage on a transfer. He's played for Huddersfield, Ipswich. Not really played many games. Had a decent spell at Swindon on loan. Could do a job. Again, seems like a physical sort of player. 13 to 19 strength. Really natural. He's got some great fitness in him. Yeah, I think he could do a job. And then the loan player we're looking at is Jayden Dans. So we was actually interested in him last season on loan. I think, did he go to Stoke? He went to somebody on loan. Didn't really play much. So maybe in theory they drop him down to League One. If that's realistic, I guess. And he's only on £600 a week, so I'm scouting him. I just want to see how he looks in this database, see if he's worth a shot, really. And that's pretty much it for the time being. So we've inquired about 2 players, put in a bid, and for the time being we're just going to continue and just see if we can get some more scouting players come through, and just have a look, see if there's anyone else that takes us fancy. So we've got a game against Parkgate in 5 days, which we will play in this episode, and I think that'll be the end of the episode, really. But let's have a look, see what we've got. So the loan offer for Jadel Katongo has come in, and they've accepted it. So he's just waiting on his final contract decision, which fair enough. If you don't want to come, you don't come. I'm not going to force him. So we are going to attend this meeting. Why is it saying Ollie Rathbone is the vice captain? I think I need to just... Can I go back into the TV? I'm not going to bother. Do I want Liam Kelly as the vice captain? Yeah, why not? We'll accept your suggestion. Attacking movement training for Sam Nombe. Yep, happy with that. Do you want to train his weak foot? Yep, youngster and then Jack Holmes. So we'll accept both of those 2. Edward Marr. Needs to learn English. Okay. So Harrison Duncan's looking good. Hamish Douglas is also looking good, and Kieran McGuckin is also looking good. So let's skip to let's move on. Yep. I recommend hiring Billy Mercer as goalkeeping coach. We've already got Andy Warrington as goalkeeping coach there, so I'm not really interested in doing that. Coach is currently at capacity, so Chloe Edwards. So we'll schedule. I'm not really bothered about doing Billy Mercer because Andy Warrington should be the goalkeeping coach, which he is. So we'll move on from that. Giving consideration to David Webb for scouting team. We don't cover that with technical director. I mean, we don't have one in real life. Steve Itchin to the scouting department, but the scouting department is also we'll schedule him. And the analyst department we'll schedule him as well. We'll move on from that. Richard Evans for the medical team. Can't see the medical team, but we'll schedule all those. So I think these are all better than the people we've got in, but at the minute I'm just going to keep with the staff we've got for that side. So let's end this meeting. Follow-up actions. Let's have a look at the staff again. So we've got 6 coaching team. So he's the goalkeeping coach, yep. Head of youth development, Richard Aries. Yep, Richard Wood, Callum Gilmartin. Okay, so we don't have a fitness coach, which is fair enough. So let's go back to Wayne Mokes and we'll approach the signer. What is Chloe Edwards going to request? So she's going to be the fitness coach. Should I give her a second job as a sports scientist? Yeah. Let's knock it down to 900 quid a week on a 3-year contract. See what she says. So she doesn't want a secondary job, which is fair enough. Let's £1,000 a week. Fair enough. 52 grand a year for a new fitness coach, which sounds quite a lot to be fair, but we do need a fitness coach. Considering hiring another one. That's what. No, actually, we'll pass on that for the time being. I'm not going to do this yet. I don't really want to take the introduction, but it's saying I've got to. So let's do this then. Let's go for hybrid. What post do you want players marking whilst defending? Definitely the near post. How many players do you want to leave forward when defending a set piece? Yeah, we'll have 1 or 2. We want the ball to be delivered into the... Do we want it to be delivered in the centre or the near post? And have a flick on maybe. Let's put it into the centre for the time being. Well, that one, how we want... I've always liked in-swingers. Let's go for an in-swinger. Okay. Not really interested in this. I can just... I'll create my own tactic when I get to it. But I kind of just want to get to the game, or if... Okay, so this is not good. So we've only got a player injured. So Jack Holmes is out for 3 to 4 weeks. That is great. That is great news. Great news. So let's scout all those. So this guy's saying, Rob Scott's saying to look at all of these. Do I recognise any of the names? I recognise that name, Adrian Akande. We'll send him to. He's going to scout, so we'll wait and see what he says. I'm not one spell has been ordered to compile the match. Yep, that's fine. Code of conduct. I kind of normally just leave this stuff. I'm going to ask. Yeah, I'm going to let the assistant choose that. Let Delton go with that. Luton make McWilliams offer. If this is completely Rotherham, we'll have to pay an outstanding amount still owed to McWilliams, which is 10 grand. So we're not going to get much from this. He wants to leave by the looks of it. So let's see if we can get just a bit more. Let's say 45. We'll knock this down to compensate for it to 11.5, and we'll do that. I just want more money up front. So let's suggest terms. They're happy with that, so let's accept that. So it looks like Sean McWilliams is going. So Brentford are wanting 35 grand for a Dedekun. Ooh. And they want a 30% sell on. Let's drop it to 20. What about I give you 27.5? So they're happy with that. So that basically swaps McWilliams for a Dedekun. Completely different positions, but we'll come to that. So let's introduce myself to the squad. So go with that. On behalf of the team, I would like to welcome you and look forward to playing under your management. Thank you very much, Reece James. I'd like to talk about the EFL League One aims for the season. I think we have quite a chance to do quite well in the league this season. I think we're good enough to finish in the top half. I think we'll go with that. Top 12, yeah, we'll go with. And then I will just be positive about the reaction. Happy with that. That's the target we can get behind. Great. Let's talk about the FA Cup. I'm aiming to be competitive. Yep, brilliant. That's great. And I don't really want to make any promises. That's all I've got to talk about. So very good. Everyone's happy. Positive impact. Great start. So he's coming, so let's have a look what we can do. So I think he will be an impact sub, so we'll give him a better thing. So finalise, let's negotiate a contract. He currently earns 1.5. Let's see if we can give him 1.2. 13 grand signing on. We'll get agent 1.8. 2-year contract. 650 appearance fee. We'll give him a £300 assist. £300 for a clean sheet. £300 as an unused sub. Yearly wage increase of, I'll stick it at 10% then. Promotion wage increase, we'll stick it at 35, let's suggest. So he wants 1.4, the agent fee's gone back up. Let's try that, 1.3, knock this down, and we'll knock this down. So he wants a higher Why did that go up? I guess I'll just go for this. It's not a bad it's not a bad deal. And it's a player who we're looking likely to sign. We're probably not even going to sign him now, but yeah, well, this is what we're going for. So let's attend his first press conference as the manager. So we've got all the usual guys here. We've got BBC Radio Sheffield. We don't have the Rotherham advertiser in, which is a bit of a shame, but yeah, well, it's a real honour to be entrusted with this role, and I'm excited about the future. What does it mean to be the Rotherham manager? I'm so happy, so happy this is the close support for such a long time. It means everything to be given this opportunity. You've taken first step into football management, despite just being 25 years old. We'll point the finger. We'll do that. What stood out about this job for you? I'm naturally an ambitious person. You hail from relatively close. Does that help you at all in getting the fans on side of your appointment? I think it can only help. It gives me an immediate bond with the supporters, and we can go from there. How much work do you think is needed to bring the squad up to standard? The squad looks fantastic. Good to hear about the quality of player at my disposal. I'm looking forward to seeing how much they can help improve the squad. Have you introduced the squad? Yep. I feel the energy in the dressing room. What role can the supporters play in moving this club forward? I know our fans are the most committed. Yep. Happy with that. That's a good press conference. Have we got any new scouts? So, Miguel Aziz, Callum Guy, Jordan Cousins and Owen Foster. So let's have a look at this guy. This guy, Callum Guy. So he plays for Carlisle, played 45 games for Carlisle in that season. Would be a terrific signing. Looks pretty decent. Is he available on a free transfer? So Bolton, Donny, Luton, Plymouth, Portsmouth and MK Dons are after him. How much is he wanting? Be an important player. We'll play player in preferred role. Let's remove that because I don't want to agree to that. Suggest promises. Yep. And we can't afford him. Yeah, we can't afford him. So that's an unfortunate one, but we move on. So we've got Jordan Cousins. He's also a free agent. Played for Wigan, Stoke, QPR. He's 31. So he's a bit older than what I was looking for. But let's say if I played him in the centre mid, say if I played him as a box to box. Looking quite good. He's got really good determination, really good natural fitness. Could be another useful signing, you know. Let's see how much he's looking for straight away. I can see he's going to be wanting too much. Yeah, so he's wanting way too much. So we're going to walk away from him. Miguel Aziz. Does it tell me anywhere where how much they're looking for? Ah, right here. Yes, he's wanted between 3k and 3.5k, so he's going to be too much. And what about this Owen Foster? Extremely interested. He could be the third keeper actually. You know what? Let's do it. Let's see if I can get him on a cheap. So let's say 450, and we'll give him a 2-year. No, I want you on a 2-year. Okay. It just... I don't really want to give him a 1-year contract though. Yeah, so they're not happy. But I'm not doing a 1-year contract for a keeper that's not gonna be starting. So let's just move on then. Can we get to the Parkgate game? So all these want to consider options. Happy to do so. So happy with that. So Joe Newell's happy as well. That's good. I would like Rafferty to stay on. But I'm not going to keep players here who are going to be unhappy. So anyone who's interested in leaving is free to go, in my opinion. So let's allow all those free to go. Respond. I don't wish to comment. I'm not interested in commenting on specific transfer rumours. I mean, I'm not cagey with media, but I'm not really interested in speaking about players who are going. So we've got Chloe Edwards in, so we've got a new fitness coach. So happy with that. Mick Williams is set to sign for Luton Town. So let's just make a parting comment. You want to see me? Oh, bloody hell. Just wanted to wish you luck, mate. It's not, you're not very happy about it, but match preparation. Yep, let's keep going. Can we get to the game? So Leao is re-signing with Milan. So this is the team that the assistant manager wants me to put in. It's not a bad team actually. Josh Aries had a really good training. So let's go to the tactics. So Jack Holmes is injured, so can you just remove? Yep. So everyone's match sharpness is really down. So Powell, Kelly, Spence, Nombe, Clark Harris, Rafferty, James, Jules, Raggett, Duncan. Yeah. Can I? What happens if I just press quick pick? Oh, it does change it. Oh, it did only switch them two around actually. Yeah. Can I? It's not. I want to see the under 21s as well. I'm just going to fill the bench of under 21s. So, what do I want to have? I've got loads of midfielders, so let's just start sticking some defenders on. We'll stick him in. We'll stick him in. And him. I think I'm happy with what we've got there. Has anyone come in yet? That did, I couldn't still not. Where were we with him? That's been accepted contract. Expected to make a contract decision in a few days' time. So they've got in for him as well. Right, new intermediary suggestion. So the agent is looking at sending us Nesta Guinness Walker. Would be a good signing. I'd be interested. Can't afford him though, and can't afford his wage. So unfortunately, not somebody I can. I do like him, but I can't do anything with that at the moment, so I'll do that. Yep. happy with that. And then let's attend this meeting. Let's just do that. I'm gonna get a left back in. I'll come back to these. So we've got plenty of time on all these. So we'll skip. Josh Aries, add to the loan list. He's got potential. So we'll add both of those two to the loan list. That's a good idea. We don't need a mid. We don't need any of those two. So I'm happy with that. Okay, so here we are. The first game of the season. Parkgate away. Down at the Roundwood. Let's see how we do. Really should be a fairly comfortable win. But let's see. Go out there and just show what you got. Let's have a look. So we're going to kick off, and I'm going to speed up the game during highlights. And I'm just going to play on key highlights only. So here we are. So Rafferty with the throw in, Douglas, Raggett, Kelly into Nombe, and we've got a first goal. So it's Kean Spence with the first goal of the season. I mean, it's all down to the goalkeeper here. Poor ball from Rafferty, really. But yeah, the goalkeeper's made an absolute howler. Nombe passes into Spence, and we're 1-0 up. So that's a great start. Powell on the corner, whipped it in. Nombe back to Powell. Rafferty, was that in off the post, or was that just straight in at the near post? Whichever way it is, it's another goal. 13 minutes in, it's 2-0. So yeah, Nombe into Powell, into Rafferty. Oh no, straight at the keeper again, to be fair. The keeper's made another mistake for me there. Powell into the box. Again, hits on counter, but James is back. Nombe, Clark Harris, Spence again. That's his second of the game. Kean Spence is here. I'm excited to watch Kean Spence this year. He looks like a good player. So there he goes, slots it in. Keeper's nowhere to be seen. So we've got Douglas, Kelly, Powell, into Nombe, across to Clark Harris, and it's 4-0 in 18 minutes. So here we are again. Douglas into Nombe, back into Spence, and that's 5, and that's Kean Spence hat-trick, and we've just passed the 20-minute mark. So yeah, pretty good first 25 minutes or so. Good save by keeper. Kean Spence again. That's 4 for Kean Spence in this match. Nombe's on a hat-trick of assists. Clark Harris has got 1. Rafferty's got 1. Joe Powell's got an assist. Clark Harris has got an assist. So 2 10 out of 10 ratings. Yeah, so this is doing well. I'm not interested in playing for set pieces. Let's just play that straight over the crossbar. Was that a penalty? It is indeed. Who's taking it? It's like Jonathan Clark Harris. Top corner. Take that. 2 for Clark Harris. And it's 7. I think this second half I'm just going to switch the entire team. I'll play some youngsters. What 45 minutes that was. Well done, lads. Let's go to the tactics. So we're going to switch the goalkeeper. Oh, Douglas, not Duncan. Yep. So Duncan can come in. We're going to put McGuckin and Coyote in. Actually, McGuckin's going to play at Cam. Hugo's going to play up front with Coyote. We're going to have James, Clark, and Ben Hatton. I kind of want to put Ben Hatton in here. Yeah, we'll play him like that. It'll be fine. This is where I've got issues. So we'll play Riley Grove in. Let's switch them two round. Does that work? No, we'll stick with that. Yeah, I think for the time being we're gonna go with this. So yeah, they made a whole load of changes as well. Back in McGuckin. Who's that come off? Zach Jules. Fair enough. We'll just start skipping some of these goals unless they're crazy goals or anything like that. Duncan into Clark, into Grove, back into Clark, Rafferty, Coyote, back post, Jordan Hugo, Edgerton. So this is 9-0. 10 shots on target. Rafferty's at the post. Oof. I'm offside anyway. Straight from the goal kick, Rafferty picks ball up. Hugo into James. He's lost the ball. We're back again. James again. Pings the ball into Coyote. Ooh, over the top. I'm gonna switch some players around. I think let's praise the team. Doing well. Last 20 minutes. Let's. How do I want to do it? I'm going to switch both of my strikers again, which is not great, but kind of want to give everyone a run out. Let's drop them two, and then we're going to switch them two round, and then that's everyone had a game. Can I switch this to Rotherham? There we go. So then we're going to do another praise just to get everyone happy, and that might be it. 9-0 against Parkgate. It's a great start to the season, and it is indeed. So we are going to outstretch his arms. Massive performance from the boys. Very promising. That's a fantastic start. So a stroll to success. Yep. Tranmere. Yep. That's the next game, and that will be the first thing for next episode. So let's just get to the game, just see if there's any other information that comes. So it's telling me to switch the team, which we'll think about before the game starts. Nothing more. Rotherham Man City will be televised, which is quite cool. So we're saving and let's move on. Tranmere. Harvey White has come in for a chat, his agent. Again, can't afford him, can't afford his wage, so even though he looks like a decent player, can't do anything. Let's request a summary to the inbox. And here we go. So Jadel Katongo is our first signing. That's a really good addition. Let's have a look at him. Let's take out the under 21s. Where is he? Does he not join straight away? I'm confused. Anyway, we can see we can see him. We can compare him to where is he? Joe Rafferty, and you can see. Well, it's like Katongo as a last resort, which is not great, but so he's down on this side, but he's pretty good on that side. Looks like he can play down the middle as well. He can come in as a centre back should we need him. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. I think he'll be good. I mean, a 1 for crossing is really bad. So that's actually not good at all. Yeah, they're all fine. I think in terms of that Katongo, when he comes in, we might have to put him on crosses for training as a individual training plan. But anyway, that'll be it for this episode. Let's just double check the scouting. So Richard Narty, who was a player of scouting, Keane Bryan, yep. Owen Foster's come in. That's the goalkeeper we're looking at. Recruitment focus, and then the match preparation. So yeah, we will come back for the next episode, and we'll have a look, see if we can get any more players in, get a few more offers out on the table, play maybe 2 more games, or maybe we just go through the friendlies and get to the start of the season in the next episode, and then from there we'll go from there. But thank you very much for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss the next episode, and I'll catch you in the next one. Ciao.